let me introduce our guest for this episode. It's Upendra Joshi, who is an expert in health and wealth protection. So welcome, Upendra, to this episode.
Thank you very much.
So where are you located, Upendra?
I'm located in Hyderabad, Telangana state of India.
Oh, well, that is the southern part of India, right?
Correct.
It's also a IT hub, IT capital kind of.
Yeah. After Bangalore, you can say Hyderabad is also an Silicon City of India.
So what exactly do you do, Upendra?
I specialize in helping working people to protect their health and wealth through mindful protection planning.
Well, awesome. So you help working professionals in protecting their health and their wealth as well.
Well, yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. And how did you get into this work?
I got into this field as an educated investor. I was working for pharmaceutical industry for 20 plus years. I worked in an MNC, and there I used to get my finances managed through some other national distributor and some individuals also. But what I have found after years of this investment with these national distributors and individuals, that the recommendations and the service and that all those things was not up to the mark, was not what I was looking for. So I thought that there is something lacking, and this industry also, I think there is no one. At least I did not come across a person who will give an holistic picture of what to do. Like he should be able to take care of your protection in the sense he should be able to give you a total protection where in any eventuality, any type of eventuality, you should be able to navigate through. And then he should be able to protect your wealth also, and as well as help you in growing your wealth also. So these are different aspects were there. So I started involving myself in finance matters. I started writing some exams. So as an educated investor, I came into this field. So that was my journey long back, and then I started with my journey with State Bank of India, then I started writing these FPSB boards and then ARN and other lot many certifications I have to my credit. And then I started working on myself first, and then I helped my near and dear one, my friends first, and they also got immense help through the knowledge which I gained through my personal involvement. So they also helped it. They started telling to their friends, and like that I got customers also. So I came into this field. I thought let us now almost 20 plus years I have worked in pharma. So let us start working in financial matters of self as well as the people also, so that I can help the society and have a better protection and grow their wealth also.
Well, that's awesome. And so since how many years have you been in this field?
I have been now associated with the financial industry for past 10 years. So I have 10 plus years of experience as a direct this service provider. It's on my name. Before that, 2 3 years before that, I was trying. I was on the try and error method on myself and some others. But after trying for 2 3 years, then I thought that this is a nice profession, and after gaining a lot of knowledge, so I came fully in 2010 into this profession.
So how does your business look right now?
I cater to mostly business class people, and then I have working professionals also with me, and then I cater to individuals also and professional class of people like doctors, advocates, chartered accountants. So professionals also I have. So these three categories of people I am serving right. So I have almost 1,000 plus customers serving all over India also. Netherlands, I have some customers. I have some customers in Dubai, and then I have some customers in some other countries also. Yeah, of course, in India.
Okay, so you do other countries as well.
Correct. Yeah, because I have since last 4 years I have come into online domain also. So I am serving people through all paperless office system, virtual office.
Okay, and these are Indian expats working overseas?
Correct.
Okay.
Mostly Indians only. NRIs, you can say, non-resident Indians.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. So what have you been doing during this crisis, during this lockdown? What have you been doing?
During this lockdown, first 2 3 days, I was also not aware what to do. Then suddenly, I picked up myself, and then I started calling my customers and telling them that whatever, even the market was going through tremendous this pressure. So I started calling customers, and along with that, I started improving my knowledge, updating my knowledge, and now I am trying to come on in the online domain, because I was working most on the physical side of it, but prospecting and doing all these things. But now after this lockdown, what I have found is that coming years, this pre-corona period and post-corona period, if before corona, if the world was here, then after corona, and during the corona, if the world is here, then it will not come here, it will be somewhere here, like that. So I think it will take some time, and people have also to be have to adopt these new trends and new changes. Then only I think you can survive, or whatever you are doing, you can do it better. So that's what I'm calling my customers. I'm upgrading my knowledge. I'm conducting webinars. I'm attending webinars. These type of things.
So do you feel like this crisis has been a sort of a blessing, or is it something that's gone against?
Considering the activities which I am doing and which I prefer to do in coming future, I think this lockdown is a blessing in disguise, you can say.
And why do you say that?
A blessing in disguise in the sense that in a day, physically, maximum you can meet 6 or 7 people. You can physically, you can go and meet and do one-to-one meetings and all these things. But whereas in the online domain, the possibility of meeting 100 people in a day, 200 people, 300 people in a day, that is very much possible, and that is very much rare. There is very much effective also. So there are a lot of plus points are there in online domain. So that's why I think this is a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Yeah. There's going to be challenges. So how are you geared up to meet those challenges? So how can you meet those challenges that's going to come in the future?
See, as I said, post lockdown, post corona scenario will be mostly it will be digital. So I am preparing myself to come on digital platform. Like I was a camera shy person, but now I started working myself on how I can improve in front of the camera, how I can take webinars, how I can connect with the customers, connect with the prospects through these online media. These are all I started preparing myself. So I think I can manage all these things, because I can do. It's all everything depends on your attitude. Once you decide, you can do anything.
Absolutely. So what's your vision for the future? What's your vision for yourself?
I have a vision. See, by 2025, I want to take my business to an autopilot mode,
Okay.
where even 3 months, 6 months, if I am not into the business, I'm not looking into it, then my business must run. So that is my ambition, and I have a short-term goals also. By within 12 months, I'm reaching this much customers. My earning potential also, I'm going to do this much earning. So that I have vision for myself. So this main long-term vision is by 2025, I'm going to take my business to an autopilot mode.
So that's awesome. What advice would you give to new financial advisors who are coming into the field right now?
What I feel is, after working for 30 years into the marketing domain, see, 20 plus years in pharma marketing, 10 plus years in financial domain,
Mhm.
I think that what has worked 10 years back, 20 years back, not necessarily that will also work post corona scenario.
Yeah.
So they have to learn the new techniques, they have to learn new digital advancements, and all these things definitely they have to learn. So because these days what is said is, it is not the survival of the fittest, but it is the survival of the quickest. How fast you learn, and adopt that, then your adoption curve will be much better than if you go with the traditional way. So you have to think from the automation part. You have to think from doing webinars and in digital marketing and all these things. Definitely, you have to grasp all these qualities.
Awesome, awesome. So how can someone who is interested in availing your services, how can they get in touch with you?
I have my Facebook group, Pragati Wealth, and I have my LinkedIn group. My Facebook fan page is also there. I have a lot of likes there. And then people contact me through my Facebook group, LinkedIn group, or I have my own website. Two websites is there, upendrajoshi.in or pragatiwealth.com. Or they can uh, approach me through WhatsApp. They can message me. They can WhatsApp me. And then I'm always available.
That's really fantastic, and I see that you're doing such an awesome job, especially in protecting the health and also the wealth, and also growing the wealth for your clients. And you're catering to quite a huge group of category of people, including NRIs, and that's amazing part. So fantastic job. So keep doing the good work and keep making a difference in the lives of people. And I wish you all the best for your future. Yeah, and do keep in touch.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.